Hi everyone, welcome to Wimbledon. Thanks for joining us. I think I can see who's on. Good. Hi Jack. Hi Val. Thanks for joining in. Okay, so just a little bit of waffle because it's a couple of minutes before we start. Obviously, I'm not in the studio, just here at home in Wimbledon because we're on lockdown, obviously. So, you know, this will look hopefully a bit more professional in a few weeks' time. But for now, we'll just be doing the classes daily from here. You might see the dog wandering at some point. I only want to get down the floor. So this is just a bodyweight class today. There's going to be some mat Pilates moves in there as well. It's not going to be too crazy as it's the first one. If you've got some sort of injury, whether it's knees or wrists, I'll try and give you some alternatives as we go through each move, okay? So I'll say, you know, if you want to make it easier, do this. If you want to take it up a level, I'm now going to move on to the next sort of, the next move, but you would stay with level one, obviously, okay? Okay, so I think it's about time, yeah. Okay, hope you're ready. Let's go. So feet together, shoulders, little shoulder roll to start with. Trying to almost touch the ears, hands down to the floor, big circles and go around the other way. And now I want you just to lift the arms up and down as high as you can so you can get the biceps to touch the ears. I'm just going to do 4 more of those. Reach up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then keep your feet together and just swing your arms from side to side. Just nice and loose, nice and easy. Let your head turn as well. Start to look over your shoulder. See how far you can see behind you. And then from here, I just want you to come into standing still, and then you're just going to reach your hand past your knee, lift the other hand up high past your waist. So, and then how far can you reach down, and how far can you take your hand up, still touching your side, okay? So pass, to give you 4 more, little side bend, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then I'm just going to stand on the side here. So you're going to stand on one leg. I want you, you're not going to kick anything behind you or anything in front of you. I want you to swing your leg as high as you can, sort of pendulum-like arm action. You can either keep your hands still or let your arms sort of work in sort of a running man arm action. And then if you can get your foot to your hip height, can you now swing it to your chest height? And if you can get it to chest height, can you get it to head height? Okay, give me 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and then feet together, and then just swap legs. So just start off low, start off easy. Just swinging nice and easy, mobilizing your hip. Heart rate might be just elevating right now. It's just 4 more. 4. Again, you can get it to hip height. Can you get it to chest height? 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, I'm going to stand back for this. So hopefully you've got a mat out, and if you haven't got a mat, towel on the floor, if you've got a hard floor, at least a towel, but if you're on carpet, it should all work today. Okay, so you're going to go feet together at the end of your mat. Just going to do a little roll down. So you're going to shift your weight forwards like you're falling forwards, and then you're going to scoop your belly. You're going to dive down to the floor like an 8-year-old Tom Daly until you can touch the floor. If you need to bend the knees from here to get onto the floor, you can. But if you can keep the legs straight, great. And then from there, I want you to stand into the feet, send the tailbone down, and then come all the way up. Okay, so we'll do that again. So shift your weight forwards, round your body, dive down towards the floor, diving down, diving down, diving down, and then from there, stand into the feet and roll all the way up, sending the tailbone down. Do it one more time. This time I want you to get your hands onto the floor and then walk out for me and then come onto your knees. Okay, from there, little movement through your spine, just round your spine and then just let go of your spine. Do that again, round your spine and then let go. And then I want you to turn your fingers to face your knees, go back, back, and then forwards, forwards. So you turn your fingers to face the knees, go back, back, forwards, forwards. If you've got really bad issues here through your wrist, that hurts too much, just roll your wrists. 5 one way, 5 the other. And then I want you to lead with the other hand. So your other hand leads back, back, forwards, forwards. And then take your fingers to your knees, bring your knees in a little bit, and then you're going to rock back and forwards. And you'll feel a lovely sort of mini stretch through your forearms as you do that. Okay? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so just back onto all fours. So knees under hips, stand into your arms. So you'll hear me talk about that movement a lot today. If you allow your chest to drop between your arms, you get this sort of horrible position where you might see, if you're doing this with someone, you'll see their sort of shoulder blades almost poking out their back. That would be a bad position for anything sort of in a push-up position. I want you to feel like you stand into your arms and you're almost rounded here. If I got my finger and pushed it here on your collarbone and pushed it up, that's the feeling I want you to have from that, any kind of push-up position that we do today. So not here and your head dropping, but here, okay? So from here, I just want you to thread the needle. So we're just going to take one arm under the rib cage, reach, and then bring it back into the center, and then take your other arm. As you do this, just look in this gap and try and look up towards the ceiling, and you're going to breathe out as you reach. You're just reaching your hand as far as you can, swapping from one side to the other, breathing out as you reach. And we're going to do 2 more, reaching underneath your rib cage. 1 more, and good. And then just come onto your knees, okay? And then hands on the back of the head. I'll do this facing you, you can still facing that way. So I just want you to sort of tilt the pelvis underneath. So just tuck the tailbone under. We'll be, again, we're talking about this a lot. So if I give you a side view of that, my tailbone is here. I'm just going to do a little scoop and tuck, okay? So if you look down now, I want you to check you can see your knees, okay? And come back up. And then from there, just side bend, come into the center, side bend. How far can you drop one elbow down and lift the other elbow up? And feel like you're pressing the head into the hands. So you feel that connection head to hands. So you're not, you're not looking at the floor, you're looking straight forwards. One elbow down, 2 more. 1 more, good, okay. Back onto all fours. Stand into your arms. So neutral spine. So I don't want you rounded like this, and I don't want your bum sticking up like that. So I feel like pull the belly button in a little bit. I've got a nice little curve here in my lower back, but not too curved. From there, I just want you to send one leg away, reach, come back in, send the other leg away, reach. If this is too much on your wrist, come onto your forearms and do it, okay? So send one and reach. And if you want to make this a little bit tougher, I just want you to reach your opposite arm out in front of you. How far can you reach one arm forwards and your opposite leg back? How much length can you create as you do this? So reach. Now that you're trying to reach far, you'll just feel your glute kick in. Feel the muscle in your bum just kick in as you just create that length, okay? So you won't hear me cue too much today, sort of squeeze this, squeeze that. It's kind of a little bit unnecessary sometimes. All right, 2 more, breathing out, reach. 1 more, reach. All right, then hands out in front of you. You're going to go knees wide, feet together. So you're sort of, if you look down, you're seeing a little almost triangle. Okay, and then from there, you're going to sit back, thumb towards your heels, and then come forward to lift the chest up. So you're going to sit back, and then come forward to lift the chest up. Sit back, come forward to lift the chest up. 2 more. And 1 more. Okay, good. All right, so now I just want you to come onto your bum. You're going to come towards the end of your mat. You're going to grab your knees. Okay, we're going to do a little roll back now. Okay, so I want you to grab the knees. You're going to lift your feet off the floor and round your body and see if you almost get your nose between your knees. Watch me first. You can take a breath in, and as you breathe out, you're going to press your knees into your hands to help you come back up. So you're going to breathe in, you're going to stay rounded and scooped, and then you're going to come back up. If you're not rounded, you'll just hear a thudding noise as you go back, and it'll be really uncomfortable on your spine. Okay, so you want to stay really rounded, elbows wide, breathe in, and then breathe out as you come up. Stay rounded, breathe in. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Now go all the way back, hold down here, arms by your sides, legs in tabletop. So neutral spine is a little light curve in your lower back. Arms by your sides, long arms, fingers long. Now, with your feet now, you're going to try and touch the end of your mat with your feet, and you're going to keep the leg bent. All right? You're going to breathe out. So this is level 1. So I just want you to feel like you're going to tap the floor, but keeping the legs bent. A little bit of space in the back of the knee as you do this. So I'm going to build this up. So if it gets too much on your neck, perhaps you've got any neck issues, you're just going to keep your head on the floor and arms by your sides, and you're going to keep toe tapping, breathing out. Control. No quicker than this. All right. If you want to make it a little bit tougher, I want you to take both legs down and then breathe out as you do so. Now, if that's too much from anyone's lower back, okay, breathing, you need to breathe out hard and feel like your belly button gets closer to your spine as you tap onto the wall. If it's too much for anyone's lower back, I want you to come up, chest and head up, and then breathe out. Tap the floor from here. So, 4 more of these. 4, breathing out. 3, breathing out. 2, breathing out. 1. Okay, come back in. Knees, just hug them in. Okay. Now put the arms out to the side. So not level the shoulders, slightly sort of towards the hips. Okay. Now, level 1, feet down, knees side to side. Okay. Level 2, if you want to make it a little bit tougher, legs up in tabletop. And then you're going to breathe out as you drop the knees from side, back into the center, and then to the other side. You're going to now turn the head the opposite way to your knees. So as the knees drop to the right, they turn to the left, and then bring it in. To bring the knees back in, I want it to feel like you drop the ribs into the mat to lead the knees. So I breathe out as I drop to one side, and then I drop the opposite rib cage, so the ribs, into the mat to bring the knees back into the center. Okay, we're going to do 4 more. 4, breathing out. 3, breathing out. 2, breathing out. 1. Okay, hug the knees into the chest again. Good stuff. Okay, into single leg stretch. I want you to grab the shins, lift the chest and head up. Just get myself a little bit straighter. Elbows wide, press the knees into the hands. And how high can you get your chest, okay? So maybe you can come up another inch. Now hold there. One leg straight, take the knee of one of your legs, reach this other leg long and straight, okay? So lifting up almost to 45 degrees. Now from here, you're going to swap legs and breathe out. Now, as you breathe out, you're going to pull the knee into the chest and press the knee into the hand at the same time, and keep your elbows nice and wide as you do this. Chest nice and high. Keep going. Okay, we're just going to do 10 more. So nice and high. 10, 9 at this pace. 8, single leg stretch. 7, 6. Can you get up another inch into your chest, a little higher? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hug the knees in, come down, have a little shake off through your knees. Good. And then put those legs on the floor. Okay, arms by your sides. Okay, a little bit tougher now. I just wanted to go back into those toe taps that we're doing. So the next move is, if you haven't done any core work for a while, the next move is pretty tricky. So you can just stay with a toe tap if the next move is too hard. Okay, so you're going to stay here, arms straight. So we're still moving, keep moving, and listen. Otherwise, we'll make it tougher. Legs straight up in the air to a scissor. Again, hold the back of the head, chest nice and high, legs straight. And you're going to try and keep the legs straight as you swap legs, okay? So, if you find you're having to bend the legs like this, okay, you're cheating, okay? I want you to go back to your toe taps, but ideally, legs straight, chest nice and high, and you're going to breathe out as the legs pass each other and keep them long, long, long. Reach one foot up to the ceiling, 1 foot forwards. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, breathe out as the legs pass each other, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, hug the knees into the chest. Lovely. Okay, so I want you to put your feet onto the floor now. I'm just going to go into a shoulder bridge, arms by your sides, neck nice and long. If you just sort of move your head from side to side, there's no tension in the neck. Okay, nice and easy. Shoulders away from the ears, fingers long, arms long. Okay, so if you imagine you had a couple of watch straps on, you're pressing those watches into the floor. That little pelvic tilt that we talked about earlier at the beginning of the class, I want you to give me that little tilt now. You can even check that out. That's happening by putting the thumbs behind you and the fingers on top of your pelvis. Okay, from there, the first move. So check your feet, knees, hips are all tracking. You're going to do a little pelvic tilt. Now I want you to stand into your feet and reach your thighs long. So you're sending your thighs that way. Okay, how high can you get into your pelvis? But I don't want you to come up so high that you're jamming into your neck. I want you to, if you want to check, stay at the top of this bridge for me. If you want to check, you put your hand onto your rib and then feel like you could just soften the ribs a little bit. Okay, they're soft. At the top of this bridge, that's where you need to be. Okay, and I don't want you coming up so high. You'll see people do bridging like this, and they're just not good. Okay, so just soft ribs, pelvis nice and high. Feet, knees, hips all tracking. You're still holding this bridge, by the way. You're just listening to me holding this bridge. Okay, imagine you had a little beach ball between those knees, and you're going to keep hold of that beach ball, so they're just staying the same distance apart. Okay, now from here, roll down through your body, okay, back down onto the mat, breathing out. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, stand into your feet, reach those thighs long, come up, and then slowly down. Now, if you've done this bridging on a reformer before, which most of you have, and you're going to find this a little bit quite easy, because we're a nice stable base, okay, a mat, it's nice and stable. So if you're finding this too easy, I want you to lift one leg up in the air, stand into your foot, lift this hip up. This foot is reaching up towards the ceiling, and then you're going to come down. Okay, so if you want to make this a little bit tougher, get one leg up straight like a periscope. Right, stand into this foot to reach this other leg up. Okay, so stand in. I'm going to give you 3 more here. 3, 2, or if you're on both feet down, you want to make it easier, you just carry on. We're going to swap legs now. So foot back on the floor, a little shake. Stand into your feet, pelvic tilt, lift up, one leg up in the air, and then from here, single leg, roll down, and then drive into the other foot and send the top foot up towards the ceiling. So press into the foot to float up. 4 more. 4. And 3. And roll down. 2. And 1. Good. Come all the way down. Shake the legs. All right. Straight back into that shoulder bridge. Come up and hold. Everyone can try this. And from here, I want to hold the bridge. Remember, soften your ribs a little bit, but stand into your feet, arms long. Press those wrists into the mat. From here, you're going to walk the feet. So you're going to take one foot off, extend the leg, and then come back down. Now, I'm going to make this a little bit harder later. If this gets too... If the next move gets a little bit too difficult, you're going to come back to this little shoulder bridge and walking the feet. Okay, so we prep this for you. Okay, if you want to make this tougher, you can take your hands away and reach your fingers up towards the ceiling. Okay, so arms straight. So you're just taking away some of your support. See if you can keep the knees almost together and keep the pelvis really quiet as you take one leg away. All right, 8, 7, I'm going to speed it up a little bit now. 6, 5, 4, if anybody's finding a little cramping sensation in the backs of their thighs, just stop and shake it off. Okay, 2 more, and 1 more, good. And then from here, roll down through your body, and then shake the legs. Okay, so you're going to come up onto the mat. I think, let me just check something. Just shake the legs for me. We have a slight technical hitch on Instagram. I think we've lost the Instagram. Apologies to all Instagram people who are following that. Okay, so you're going to have the hands behind you. So this is a leg pull, okay, and it's a prep for leg pull. If you've got wrist issues, you could try this from your forearms, okay? Otherwise, hands behind you, and I don't mind if they face, the hands face forward or backwards. Some people find, yeah, and then come into this sort of reverse bridge with your hip nice and high. Now stand into your feet, lift your hips up. Now, this is the move I was talking about earlier where we were just taking this up a notch or two. So if this is too hard from up here, okay, you can either have the option of coming onto your forearms and trying it, or coming back down onto the floor into that shoulder bridge and then walk your feet. Okay, otherwise stay with me. So now keep the pelvis quiet and the knees very close together as you take one leg away. Okay, so this is a prep for leg pull. This is not the hardest version, okay? If anyone wants to now make this harder still, come down onto your bum, legs straight, stand into your heels, zip the inner thighs together, open up the chest, look at the ceiling, stand into your arms, arms straight, press one foot into the floor to float the other leg up. Okay, drive one heel into the floor, okay? So this is the sort of top end leg pull. Okay, really difficult. If you can't get your leg that high, just go halfway, but ideally your hips are high, your chest is open, you're looking at the ceiling. If looking at the ceiling is uncomfortable, just look forwards a little bit and just give me 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, come all the way down and then shake off your arms. Good work. Okay, so come up onto your knees now and just roll the shoulders. And if anyone's feeling a little bit in the backs of the arms here, I'll just go side on for this. Just grab an elbow, take the hand behind the head, and then just keep swapping hands. Okay, keep swapping hands. Elbow, pull behind. So just a little movement through the back of the arm, just giving it a little mini stretch. Just feels good, really. 2 more. And 1 more. Okay, so you're staying with your knees. Shake the arms. Come to the end of your mat. Okay, and we're going to do a leg pull front now. So I'll do the easier version first. Okay, so you're going to come onto all fours. And then from here, stand into your arms. Press one leg away, put it back in underneath, and then send the other leg away. If you've got any wrist issues, George, then you can do this from your forearms and then reach. Okay? And to make it a little bit tougher, I want you to come into a push-up position, hands under your shoulders. Stand into your arms, yes, and don't let the head drop. Again, you can do this from your forearms if you want to, so you're in this sort of position. Spread your fingers wide, so you're pressing each finger into the mat. Okay, arms are long, legs are straight and strong, feet together. Keep your eyes still now, fixed on the end of your mat. Press one foot into the floor to allow the other leg to lift, and then put it back onto the mat. Press one foot. Now I don't want the hip sort of to move around. Keep the hips, the pelvis pretty quiet, pretty still. Imagine you have a sort of plate of kind of avocados on the back there, and you just try not to let them fall off as you take one leg away. All right, so press one foot into the floor to allow the other leg to lift. Keeping the back of the pelvis really quiet. Stand into your arms. If this gets too much, just quickly shake it off and then come back into position. We're going to do 8 more. So ready, 8 and down, 7 and down, 6, neck is long, no tension in the neck. You could move your head side to side. All good. Just give me 2 more and 1 more. And then come down onto your knees. And then from there, sit back. And then come up onto your knees and then just roll your wrists. Okay? Roll your wrists. Good. All right, so we're going to come back onto our backs again. Sit forwards. Take your shins, roll down through your body back onto the mat. Lift the legs up into tabletop. Arms by your sides. Okay, this is 100s. So you've got a few different options here. Legs in tabletop. Okay, so knees over hips. Feet slightly above the knees. Okay, then from there, you're just going to lift the chest and head up and then float the arms long and straight. Reach in the arms, chest high. Okay. You're then going to pump the arms up and down, fast, hard, quick movement from the shoulder joint, okay? Imagine you're just slapping the top of the water hard with both hands, okay? And you're going to breathe in for 5 beats and out for 5 beats. So you're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the long, slow breath while you're doing this. That's the challenge. You guys keep going. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want to make it tougher, just come up a little bit higher. Grab the back of the thighs. Bring the chest and head up another inch or two, and then do it from there. Okay, stay high. Okay, so let's do it for another 10 seconds. So arms are fast and hard. And if anyone's advanced Pilates, mat Pilates, then you can go legs straight into teaser with your chest and head up high. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, fast, hard, stay up high. 3, 2, 1, and then down. And again, little side to side. Lovely. Okay, so just come up, come onto one elbow, face me, elbow under your shoulder, bend your legs. So there's a little kind of prep for side plank. So the knees and the hips and the shoulders are all in nice alignment. I don't want the hips behind you. And then stand into your elbow, press in, lengthen your bicep, and have the head sort of in the middle of the shoulders, and then send the arm up high, okay? So you're just holding here. If you want to make it tougher, come onto both feet, so you're not on your knees, okay? And if you want to make it tougher still, just lift this leg up. But don't let this hip drop, okay? We're just going to hold this for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then down, okay? And then 2. Easy to go onto the other side. Roll onto the other elbow. Remember, knees are stacked on top of each other, or your feet are stacked on top of each other. I'm just going to do it this way, so it's not facing you. Lift your hip up. Take the hand away, head's in the middle, so don't let it drop here. Stand into your arm, lengthen this bicep, okay? Lift. Remember the hip doesn't drop, lift it up. I'm going to start counting in a minute. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then down. All right, lovely. Then from here, sit back onto your heels. Take your right hand to your left hand and sit back. Feel like you're lengthening one side of your body. And then come back into the center and take your left hand to your right and then sit back. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, come up onto your knees. All right, shake the legs. Okay, so core's pretty warmed up now. Shoulders, arms are warmed up. We're ready for a push-up, a Pilates push-up. So I just want you to get your feet together, all right? And what we're going to do, we're going to do the little roll down we did earlier. So you're going to shift your weight forwards, dive down towards the floor. Remember, you can soften the knees if you need to. You're going to walk out into a push-up position. Put your knees down if you can't do a full push-up, knees down, 3/4 press. Or if you can do a big full press up, keep your elbows tucked in and give me 3 push-ups here. 1, 2, 3, and then walk your hands in. Try and keep your legs straight if you can, and then stand all the way up. Okay, shift your weight forwards, dive down towards the floor, and then walk out. 3 push-ups. Ready? Elbows tucked in. 1, 2, 3, walk your hands in, and we're going to do this one more time. We've almost finished. Ready? Shift your weight forwards, dive down towards the floor, walk out. Feel your feet during the push-up, yeah? So you're using your feet to help the push-up. 1, 2, 3. Come back all the way in, stand all the way up, stand into your feet, come up, roll the shoulders. Right. Well done. Bring your feet into the center. That 35 minutes whizzed past. From side to side. So I think I can go over. I think this will work. Keep that moving side to side. There we go. Okay, so just do a few quick stretches off. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to try and do this every day. There'll be a few free sessions this week. We also plan on doing a little bit of flow. We also plan on doing a little bit of a kind of specific work. So we do some core class, a kind of leg glute class 2. And it'll be 11 o'clock live, and we'll also try and allow it to be available on YouTube, so you can just download it at your own leisure. Okay, so feet, reach up, get your feet together, sorry, side bend, hold over here, lift your opposite heel, keep the side bend, and now press your heel down, bring it into the center, over to the other side, lift your heel up, and then slowly press it down. Good, hands on the bum. I'll give you a side view. Just pin the elbows back, open up the chest, look at the ceiling, push the hip forward, squeeze your bum. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then soften the knees, push the arms forwards, head between the arms. And reaching your arms forwards, feeling a stretch through your back. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, come into a plank position and a pike position and just walk your feet. So one heel down and then the other heel down, just sort of a little bit of marching. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then walk your hands in, stand into your feet, stand all the way up. Shake the legs. Like I said, thanks for joining us, and hope to see you again soon. See you tomorrow. Be a slightly different workout, but it'll be another body weight class tomorrow. Okay, no equipment needed. Okay, thanks again. Bye. Work this out in a minute. It'll get better.